Did you know that Taylor Swift covered this song, Can't Stop Loving You? Can't Stop Loving You by Phil Collins, Taylor's version. Hi, and welcome to another song review. And today we're talking about Can't Stop Loving You from the album Testify. This song came out in October 28th, 2002. That's when Phil released it. Testify came out around that time because this, I believe, was the first single from Testify. I really like Testify, and I think Can't Stop Loving You is probably one of my top 3 favorite songs off of Testify, and it's actually one of my top favorite hits, of Phil Collins. I think it's such a great song. Now, he didn't write it. So let's dive into this, and we'll talk about Taylor Swift in a second. For all you Taylor fans who the algorithm brought here, we'll talk about Taylor in a second. So it's the first song from Testify, originally by William Nichols. It was made more popular by, so this is a cover song, another cover tune. Poor Phil, all his cover songs do so well. It was made more popular by Leo Sayer in 1977. That song is acoustic. It's much slower. It's a waltz in 3/4. It's kind of nice. It's really pretty. It doesn't have a key change. It doesn't have a bridge that Phil did, but it's nice. And actually, before the Taylor Swift thing, but after Phil covered it, Keith Urban also covered it in 2005, but I think Keith Urban covered the Leo version that's a little bit more acoustic-y. Now, I didn't grab Phil's book before I filmed this. I should have. I'm sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe Phil said that he heard this song in a restaurant or a bathroom or somewhere, just on the radio. He heard this song and he's like, oh, that would be a nice song. And it was during the recording sessions or the writing sessions for Testify. And so Phil does a great job at totally Philifying this song. And when he does a cover, sometimes he goes the You Can't Hurry Love version or the Tomorrow Never Knows, where it's kind of verbatim to the original. I'm not a huge fan of that. Then he does versions where he completely reinvents them, like the Bob Dylan Times There Are Changing, which is an interesting version, but it's Phil, so I love it. And this version is completely Phil. And so he sped it up. It's not in 3/4. It's got this pulsating Mike Rutherford feel to it. Very cool tune. I think the bridge is new, and there's a lot more repetition that Phil does that makes it cool. The key change is new. It went to #1 on the top AC, Adult Contemporary. So this started a shift. And I mean, the shift probably happened. It didn't start a shift. It was kind of the cementing of a shift that happened around Dance Into the Light, where he shifted from being top of the Billboard charts to now to be top of the Adult Contemporary charts. And that was more solidified with You'll Be in My Heart. And then this song, Can't Stop Loving You, went to #1, which is which is awesome. I'm sure he was pretty happy with that. But it only went to number 76 on the Billboard Hot charts. And I just think at that time, with the boy bands and all of the kind of the urban pop that was starting to happen, there's just not really a chance that a dude like that in his 50s would make it to the top of the charts with a song like this. But for some reason, it caught Taylor Swift's ear, and she said some great things about it. And she covered it in 2019 on BBC One. You've got to listen to that. It's a beautiful cover. She changes it up too, but it's actually, she's not covering the original like Keith Urban did. She's covering Phil's version that has that kind of nice pad in the back and that kind of that driving beat. And so she does a huge homage to Phil if you listen closely in the type of digital drums that they use. And so I think it's a great tune. Let me know in the comments what you think about Can't Stop Loving You. I think it's one of his best songs from his late era. Or his most recent era. I think it's one of his best songs and a great cover. Again, thanks for watching.